playoff implications on the line. What's the last thing you told the guys?
Hey, exactly what you just said. This is a playoff implication. This is a playoff game for us. And, hey, we wouldn't want to have it no other way. Playing against the first-place team, why not come down here to Orlando and show what DC football is all about?
Good luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you very much, Jenny. Not only did they win a championship last year, but he was coach of the year. So you know that he can pull the troops together, and this guy is doing very well. First season for the Storm as their head coach, but his third year in the UFL, he's made the playoffs all 3 seasons previously in St. Louis.
Yeah, all he's done is find a way to win, put teams together, find a way to win, and it's been different in Orlando because he doesn't have the talent to make sure he brings them back and knows the offense and things like that, but he's done a really nice job from the start.
All right, DC did win the toss. They decided to defer to the second half. KJ Hamler takes a big hit, and the flag comes out on the play. Oh, the ball came out. And it looks like Orlando did recover. Boy, this could have been a disastrous start. Darian Butler saved their bacon. Here's Hamler taking the hit.
Yeah, they are really lucky to get that football back. You can see gripping at the ball the entire time. Nice job by Kai Gray of trying to get that football out. He does get it out, but they're not able to get on it. Lucky bounce there for Orlando.
And so Jack Plummer will lead him onto the field to start the ball game. Right at the 23-yard line.
180! What's up?
They hand it off. Jashawn Corbin picks up a couple of yards. And we talked at the beginning about Plummer and the kind of season he's had, MVP caliber.
Yeah, he's done a really nice job. And like I talked about, his ability to add something to his game, that ability to run the football and essentially break the game a lot of times. We saw him have the longest run in the history of the UFL, especially for a quarterback. I mean, he has really shown his full multitude of skills, and it's why this team is where they are.
And last week he showed the ability to run as well. Ran 71 yards for a touchdown, longest run in the UFL this season. He's a guy that's not known for his running ability. This is what he's known for. Wise passing decision caught by Chris Rowland. It'll be 3rd and short. Who should we keep an eye on when Orlando has the ball?
Number 12 in black. Chris Rowland and Elijah Badger. Those 2 guys together are really going to put this defense in a bind. And who knows Chris Rowland better than DC, DeAndre Baker, and especially Bryce Thompson. He's going to be in the slot following Chris Rowland around and trying to eliminate him because he's a big part of what Orlando likes to do.
Yeah, Rowland was a member of that DC team that won the championship last season. So they know him very well from practice. And had 9 catches, 91 yards in their win last week against Dallas. Plummer has time. And sneaking out is Corbin. He gets the first down. Well-executed play to pick up the necessary yardage.
Yeah, they did a really nice job there. Eventually the football is going to get to Corbin. However, Jack Plummer, he's going to go through his reads. He can't find anybody, and then he just dumps it over the top. And when you have Corbin with just 1 yard to go, you expect that he's going to be able to at least make one guy miss or run through him to pick up the first down, and that's what he does.
Here we go. Sit on. Here comes cover 2. 180!
Elijah Dotson and Corbin in the backfield. And Plummer gets it out to Dotson. And his first time touching the ball, picks up 3 yards on the play.
Coming into this game, they've only had 1 initial drive that has gotten a touchdown. That was in week 1. So the ability to start fast is so important for these teams. And we talked to head coach Anthony Beck. He said, listen, we can't go down 10 points. We cannot continue to put ourselves in a hole. Now, we've battled back and done a nice job, but we cannot continue to put ourselves behind the 8 ball. This is a pretty good start, Kirk.
This is a nice start. To the 38-yard line. Pressure coming. They hand it off to Corbin again. He's going to be bottled up right about the line of scrimmage. Devon Shade Maxwell, the first guy to get there.
11, 16 and 6.
You can see the struggles that the Storm have had on offense this season.
And as explosive as their offense has been, their offense early has been a struggle.
62, X knife, F mash, someone right.
They've turned it around as the game has gone on. Good enough to have a 6-2 record. Best mark in the UFL coming into this penultimate game of the regular season.
180! What's up?
On 3rd and 7, 4-man rush. And that's Rowland. And the guy that loved getting it into his hands, who's great with the yardage after the catch shows why. All the way down the field into the end zone for the 62-yard touchdown. Well, they wanted a fast start. They got it.
Yeah, and Curry, anytime you hear mesh, there's always going to be an ability to set a screen for the guy you want to get the football to. Perfectly executed by the offense of Orlando, but then the rest is all rolling. There is no secret as to why he's an all-UFL player last year, all-UFL player the year before, and he continues to lead the league in all-purpose yards because once he gets the football downfield, he is a running back, and he runs all the way to the end zone.
And he leads the league in yards after the catch, showed why on that one play. Michael Lance puts it through, and just like that, Chris Rowland puts Orlando.
Life is full circle. You know, I've always loved playing for Shannon, but there's one thing I've never got to do was go against Shannon. So, you know, I've been looking forward to this matchup all year. And, you know, like I said earlier, you know, I'm just here to do my part. You know, it's really not about me and him. It's about, you know, Orlando. So just happy to make a play for my team and put us on the scoreboard.
What a start.
Thank you, thank you.
Kurt?
All right, they get on the scoreboard on that opening drive for the first time, as you saw, since week 1. Longest reception of the year for Rowland. And now DC will try to respond. Xavier Valladay on the return. Stop before he gets to the 30-yard line by Cam Camper. And so here is Spencer Sanders getting his first start, taking over for the injured Jordan Ta'amu for the rest of the year, at least tonight.
He's a guy who hasn't gotten many opportunities in the UFL as of yet. However, he's a guy that they believe in. They believe that he has a similar skill set to Jordan Ta'amu, but there are some things that they're going to take off of his plate, and we're going to expand on that as we continue through this game.
Well, one thing that we saw last week, he got pushed into action with the injury in the first quarter and seemed to get more comfortable as the game went on.
Exactly all you, baby. Eat up. Here we go.
Jason Bean is their backup. Don't be surprised if you see him at some point tonight as well. But they open the game, handing it off to Deion Jackson, and there's a big run by him. Getting this run game going will certainly help put pressure off the quarterback tonight. Jackson, 31 right out of the gate.
Yeah, he does a really nice job of going off the right edge here and finding his way through traffic. When you get to the second level of the defense, when you get your offensive linemen to the linebackers, it's all open grass and space for a guy in Deion Jackson who has been slowed down as of late, but that's a really nice start by him in this running game.
Ready, go!
In Orlando territory, Spencer on the option kept it, and Darian Butler says thank you.
Kurt, that's something that you have to monitor during this game. Even though he has done mesh in practice, the mesh of the running back or the receiver, whoever he's handing the ball off, that's something live game action, right? So at this point, he has to make sure he protects the ball, and he cannot give Orlando short field.
Line up. He's left.
Really comfortable with that ball snapped. And handing it off like this will certainly help. That's Valladay again. Give him 7 this time.
Good find, boy. Good find. Good find. Oh, 71, 71, 71, 71, 71. My legs is heavy.
Jack Plummer hoping his defense can get a stop here and hold on to the lead on 3rd and short.
Ready? Single.
Blitz coming. Picked up. Almost intercepted. Spencer threw it right into the hand of Nate Brooks, who can't believe he dropped it. I think he was thinking pick 6 the whole time.
Yeah, he absolutely was, and it's just a spray release out route, right? And this ball has to be thrown on time because he is breaking as it's coming out. It is far behind the intended receiver, Cornell Powell. However, if you are number 26 in black, Nate Brooks has to make that play because you cannot allow confidence and opportunities to put up points on the board when you have a chance to take the football away.
And no one was between him and the end zone.
Oh, yeah.
Here's Matt McCrane, 43-yard attempt, And one of the most accurate kickers in the league puts it through and gets DC on the board. So each team has had the ball once. Each team has put points on the board. I tell you what, though,
Hey,
DC lucky.
Why do they play DB again?
That's why. We know. Orlando holding on to the top spot right now, trying to wrap up the #1 seed for Anthony Beck in his first year of this franchise. Crane kicks it deep. Corbin. Jayshawn Corbin spins his way out to the 25. And that's where Jack
had a successful play.
Second possession, first play, Elijah Dotson.
I like that work.
And he didn't get a full.
Hey, I was excited when I was excited. 21. 21.
And at home, when you hear that 21, they're yelling. Two backs, one tight end. Somebody has to come off the field. Use your wide receiver.
28.
Both Corbin and Dotson in the backfield.
28. Cole, 28. Yeah. Sit on. 180. What's up?
DC showing pressure. They come. Corbin bouncing off defenders. This is going to be a short third down attempt. Blake Williams, the defensive coordinator, yes, son of Greg Williams, the longtime NFL head coach and coordinator, has his work cut out for him against this Orlando offense.
And if you know anything about the Williams family,
Raised
they are going to
53-week press. Raised 53-week press. It looks like 10 personnel. Raised 53-week press. It looks like 10 personnel. Find the third receiver. Buzz.
Here's the press aspect he was talking about right here at the bottom of your screen to disrupt the timing.
180. What's up?
3rd and 2. Who else? Chris Rowland falls forward, gets the first down, keeps on moving, and guess that's his 3rd catch already tonight, 13 on that one.
Such a great feel there of getting outside the hook to curl defender and then kind of wrapping inside and just being friendly. And usually with the wide receiver, you say nice and big and friendly, but he's not the biggest guy on the field, but an easy target for Plummer. You can see they're handling one of the best pass rushers on the field, and not only on the field, in the UFL.
Yeah, Brandon Smith, the linebacker for DC, still yet to get up after that play.
Ability to have everybody viable, that's exactly how we like it.
That's exactly. Scared me there for a second. I was expecting that high tone from you.
There you go.
Well, they've got to find a way to stop Orlando. They drove it down the field on their opening possession and are marching here on possession number 2.
Liz.
Brandon Smith got up and walked off the field, by the way, after being down with an injury. Movement early.
False start. Offense, number 12. 5-yard penalty. First down.
And that is on Chris Rowland. A rare penalty. This is Orlando.
11.
Such a small flinch by him. That's a good pickup by the officials. He moves, but it wasn't much. But they saw him there, and it pushes them back. And so this really helps the DC defense. They haven't really figured out Orlando to this point in the game. They've kind of had their way driving the ball down the field to run in the pass game. So starting behind the chains is not something that Orlando does.
And that's where Jack winding down.
Hey, whoa.
Yeah, Orlando saying they didn't reset it.
Timeout. Orlando, they're first. 30 seconds.
Well, the officials are not agreeing. They charge him with that timeout.
Why do we got to put a timeout there?
Hey, you punch that bitch out. Who punched that bitch out on kickoff?
I don't know, but we coming for that ass.
No time left, Jack.
I love you, though, bro.
How is it not at 25 when I'm in the huddle? All right.
Hey, look hot. Hey, receivers. Same play. Hey, look hot.
So now it's time to see if Jack Plummer can settle down. He's been really good at this, of handling his emotions all season long. And Anthony Beck just talk about how steady he's been. You see the numbers.
Yeah.
There's no question about that, but how steady he's been in the huddle, off the field, being a leader for this team.
Yeah, and what the casual fan won't notice is they are in positions like this often, and this is why they start slow, and he has to find a way to dig them out, and he has to do it again here.
Rip. 180. What's up?
Looking for Rowland, makes the catch, but good open field tackle made by Gary and Conley, the former first-round pick of the Raiders.
Here we go, 11-11, 11-11, 16 at Z, 11-11, 16 at Z. Hop the gun, trips right, 52 rib, super cross. Hop the gun, trips right, 52 rib, super F cross.
Here we go, hop the gun, trips right, 52 rib, super F cross. Someone right? Be alive over the signal, be alive, signal.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, keep taking me out.
Lots of words in that call.
A lot of words. That
No,
F cross, you'd like to think that the F is going across the field.
What's up?
Steps up, throws on the run, incomplete. In and out of the hands of Roland. He was double covered there. Bryce Thompson, though, was the guy who separated him from the football. And to bring up 3rd and long.
Yeah, that's the guy in the players to watch. Bryce Thompson, their most athletic defensive back.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Sniper. 2 outlaw. Sniper, 2 outlaws. Sniper, 2 outlaw. Weak sniper. Right. Weak sniper.
Be alive, okay. Here we go. Sit on!
Long 3rd down attempt. Orlando.
They're going to go half of the field here.
Pressure picked up. Plummer connects, gets it out to Sam Wiglitz. But he is stopped before he can pick up the 1st down. But because they have crossed the 50-yard line, they have to go for it on 4th or kick, but they can't punt.
That's a nice tackle by Micah Baskerville because he forced Linguist to hook up just a bit short, and as soon as the ball is caught, he drove him back to create this 4th and short.
Z-Rap, F choice, someone, right? Who's next? Who's next? You got corner, nasty. Cover 0.
These 2 guys are dangerous in man-to-man coverage, which I expect DC will play.
They got it off. And it's almost intercepted as he was intending that one for Roland. Bryce Thompson, we talked about that matchup. Not surprised that that's where you should game MVP last season. Maybe she could have won the award for regular season MVP and was certainly one of the top candidates this year. So he's done. Spencer Sanders gets the start tonight for Shannon Harris's team as they are just trying to win and get into the postseason again this year. When we talk about a leader, I mean, Tamu has been the leader for so long for this team as we get movement there on the right side there.
False start. Offense number 72. 5-yard penalty. 1st down.
Yeah, Michael Tarquin called for that. And I understand, Jenny, you had a chance to talk to Tamu today.
I did. You know, let me tell you, he's got so much FOMO. First of all, not being here. He said if my knee wasn't swollen, I would have been on that plane to support my guys. I do want to report officially it is a torn ACL. Now, Jordan told me, of course, heartbreak at first, but his plan is to attack surgery and come back stronger than ever.
Well, that's a tough blow because that's going to take a little while to recover, but he has been one of the cornerstones of spring football, as we said, year in and year out. So we know he's watching tonight and rooting for his team. Get well soon, Jordan. Yasir Durant is the injured player down for DC right now. He's their starting left tackle. Jenny.
Well, it was just a little interesting, too, in talking to Jordan because he told me it really is the first serious injury he's ever had. And, you know, devastation is the first reaction. But let me tell you, he has been so involved this week, making sure those other quarterbacks, Spencer and Jason, are ready to go. He said, I have so much confidence in both of them. But the big thing is he's going to come back stronger than ever. He actually sought advice from running back Abram Smith, one of his teammates, who actually has torn an ACL 3 different times in his career. He said, Abram has told me how to handle it, how to approach that rehab, and guys, he's got such a positive outlook. I also told him, Kurt, to text me during the game if he had thoughts, so if Jordan has any opinions, I'll make sure to relay them to you guys.
It's maybe the challenge may be holding those opinions in when you're sitting at home because you're so used to participating in it, and you can see Yasir Durant still down right now, and that would be another blow. I mean, he's their starting left tackle and one of their best linemen, period. Hopefully they help him to the sideline. We'll take a timeout in the meantime. So talked about him being one of the best linemen on this team. He's one of the best in the league, and so they're without him for at least a little while right now. So Moore Added pressure on this offense on a long second down. Sanders over the middle of the field. He's got a man open right into the arms of Kiki QT.
This is exactly where you want to attack. You're going to get off the hash here, off the hash here. Now the middle is open, and you send a guy right down the middle. Kiki QT does a nice job of finding that open space. Cover two. The safeties are split. Attack the middle.
45-yard gain. Jackson down inside the 5.
Kurt, anytime you see split safeties, you just hope and pray that you have a play that already has a guy racing to the middle. A perfectly timed call by offensive coordinator Fred Cox.
QT, the former 4th-round pick of the Houston Texans. He only had 5 catches all season long, and so that was a big one, and what a throw by Sanders.
Heavy right. We got 47 saying. 47 saying. Ready? 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Yep.
So they can technically pick up the first down without getting the touchdown.
Remember, Mr. Sanders' legs are big.
Jackson into the end zone, touchdown, and DC takes the lead. Way to answer, young man. Jackson leads the UFL in rushing touchdowns. That is his 7th in 9 weeks, but it's the first time that Sanders, as a starting quarterback, has a lead. McCrane has the extra point. DC scores on both of their first possessions in a game that if they win, they are in the playoffs. Deion Jackson making it a 10-7 lead. And you got to imagine, Jenny Taft, that Spencer Sanders is smiling big.
All right, all right. How about that? I love that finish from you guys. Just take me into the confidence, your preparation to really take advantage of the moment and opportunity for you tonight.
I mean, it's really simple. Throughout the week, I try to make it simple on myself and just minimize everything that I need to think about. And like I said, it's football at the end of the day. I've been playing my whole life, so I made it very simple for myself, the way I prepared, and make sure I was ready for anything they threw at me.
What are you most confident in when it comes to your game?
My legs. My legs get me out of any situation, extend any play if we need to, and play good ball. Yeah.
All right, that's all we need to see. Play good ball. Sorry about that. Congrats. Good start.
Thank you.
He hasn't had to use those legs just yet. That big 45-yard pass to QT was the play of this drive.
Oh, it's very encouraging because we see Jordan Ta'amu time and time again recognize coverage and hit guys down the middle of the field. So you see the opportunity to execute in that same way. And like when we talked about Shannon Harris, he said, I don't think we're going to miss a beat. I think that these quarterbacks are ready and they're making him look like a genius.
And you saw the stat there that Jackson not only leads the UFL in rushing touchdowns, but set a record as Elijah Dotson takes a knee in the end zone. So Jack Plummer now finds himself on the opposite end trying to come back.
11.
Offense at premium here in this first quarter. Still just under a minute to go.
Left hash, please. Thank you.
Both teams with a couple of big plays. That 45-yard pass to QT, and on the opening drive, Orlando had a 62-yard touchdown pass to Chris Rowland.
15 counter GT on one, right? Oh, perfect.
You're 15 counter. That means you're going to get tackle, GT, tackle, and guard going around to lead through for the run.
John Corbin.
Give me 11-16 at Z. Give me 11-16 at Z.
With the tackle.
Doubt left rifle, 62 Z Dublin, Dallas. Doubt left rifle, 62 Z Dublin, Dallas.
Hey, we go doubt left rifle, 62. I'm gonna be real cool. Z Dublin, Dallas. On one, right? I don't know what's going on. Go across and check seats.
Get down towards the end of the first quarter.
Elijah Bags at the bottom of your screen. We're still waiting on him to have a really big day.
And that was thrown down low and a sliding catch made by Cam Camper. 12 yards and a first down